Hello once again. Welcome back to this podcast Takes Tokens. I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Derek.
Hello.
We're going to get into some discussion of things that we love, that we enjoy. Yeah. So, before we do, we got a little section we like to call the Retro Ramble here. Asked a question last week, give you a week to think on it, and now we're going to discuss it. And if you remember, what is the worst job you've ever had? Kind of fits with our theme for the day. So,
yeah, past couple episodes, really.
Yeah.
Workplace.
Which worst job you ever had?
You want me to go first? You going first?
You go first.
All right, I gotta step back because I'm gonna strap in for this one. I don't know that I can match your energy. I haven't had as much coffee, but I'm gonna try.
It's the spotted
cow. Worst job I've ever had. Well, I've had some bad jobs before, like hot tub roofing in Texas summers and cleaning up public toilets in Target. But by far, the worst job I ever had was also probably the best job I ever had. And it was the best job because it allowed my wife and I things like great health care while we started our family, nice benefits like 401k match and stock options and a decent amount of time off each year. I was getting about 3 weeks by the time I left. And, it paid for my college education. But it was also the worst job and the absolute worst job for a great many of things that it took from me along the way, which is like a lot of my time, some health and some sanity, really. Working for the same company for 18 years and not making any real career gains was detrimental to any kind of career I could have had or should have had. And there just wasn't any support, I should say, within the company to grow. They kind of stuck me in a module at a couple of tools and just had me doing the same thing day in and day out with no incentive to grow. And it took me way too long to learn that it was in their best interest and not mine to just sit there and toil away doing the same thing day in and day out with a small 2 to 5% annual raise that I should have been grateful for, I guess. I was told a couple of times whenever I objected to it, but nonetheless, on top of it all, doing all that repetitive work, that menial work, day in and day out, kind of started wreaking havoc on my body, things that I didn't really start noticing until like the last 5 or 10 years. Like this last year, whenever I went through the back injury that I suffered, doctors were looking at scans of my back and were telling me that they only see this kind of degradation of discs in senior citizens and older folks. So I was a little shocked.
Wow.
But yeah, that job just standing on my feet for 12 hours a day really, really did a number on me. And just doing the same job over and over again for the better part of it, probably 16 years of that, just slowly rotted away my mind too. And it's taken me a while to kind of, get that creativity, that passion going again. And I'm glad that I now have a job that I'm a little more passionate about. And I don't know, it just sucked because I just spent way too much time there, way more time than I should have. I really probably should have left at least 7 years before, but that's it. That was probably my worst job. Like I said, it's my best and my worst. Like it just gave me so much, but it also just took so much.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's when you work for a larger corporation, it's a different animal than if you just work for like an independent place or something. Like I worked for several years in an independent pharmacy, and then when I ended up going to like a hospital pharmacy for a bigger corporation, like it's not my worst job, and it's not to the extent that you're talking about with yours, but like there's little things in there, like something that you think you can just like, I'm just going to change the way we're doing this right here because it makes sense for our little location, but oh no, that's got to go through corporate. That's got to go up the ladder and into a meeting, and then they got to discuss it, and then they're going to table it, and then they'll bring it back the next month. They'll table it again, and in about a year, maybe we'll make the change, but we have to make the change across the entire board.
Just talk about moving the pen come from over here to over here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so, I mean, like I said, not to the extent that you had, but I get that. Like especially when you're doing the same thing over and over and over again with no variation. Oh my gosh.
This is mind numbing.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
This is somebody, like, if I could go back, I would have just gone to school earlier, had them pay for my school, but got it done a lot earlier.
Yep.
And as soon as we had our second kid, just done. Or if I couldn't find anything better before then, I probably could have found something better if I was, but that's another thing. Like, I don't do good at interviews and hunting for jobs. I really hate doing, so that's never my strong suit either.
That's the same. That's the same with me. It's like I had a stay interview today, and like, one of the questions is like, well, why do you stay here? And like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, because I don't really know if I want to go through all the stuff to find another job. It's just no, it's steady pay. It's a great job. I love my job and I'm happy for it. But like, it's a lot of work trying to search for another job. Like,
to just get like a little bit extra. Yeah. Maybe
at this point in my life, I got a good retirement building up. Like, I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm gonna ride it out to retirement. But my worst job. Was in high school. I did roofing for one summer. I know you'd mentioned roofing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. If you have not roofed, I feel like that's like, it's hot. Yeah. And it's hard work. Mm-hmm. And I'm not shy about hard work, but my gosh, like,
I don't understand the people that do that for decades.
Oh my gosh. And the guy that I was working for, straight faced, he was 100% serious. He told me the first day when I was up on that roof, he said, I have one rule. If you fall off, you're fired before you hit the ground. I'm like, whoa, who's this guy? Awful job. Man. Awful job. You get up at like, 5 o'clock in the morning to get over there, start working. You work until, the sun goes down almost. Yeah. And then you go home. Like, I remember that was the first night I got home and I sat down on my bed to take my shoes off. And I woke up the next morning with my shoes still on. Like, I was that tired. It was,
they wear you out.
Yeah. It's, I never want to do it again. Never, ever. And I've told my wife, like, she's like, oh, we can put a new roof on this house ourselves.
No, we can't.
I've done that enough. I'll pay somebody to do it. They can.
Those are the types of jobs you pay people for.
Yes, absolutely. So, worst jobs. Let us know what your worst job was. We'd love to read about it. Love to hear it. We will talk about it on the air. So
all
right. We're gonna get the show started, and join
we'll
us.
See y'all on the other side.
Yeah.
Your local video store card.
A comic book in your back pocket.
Games with no tutorials.
Music you had to discover.
And drinking water straight from the hose.
These are the things us millennials remember fondly. We are the Jennings brothers.
Join us after the streetlights come on
as we race our bikes from the top of the hill
right down memory lane.
Exchange those quarters because this podcast takes tokens.
I was thinking about this just the other day, about this podcast. And I remember when you approached me about like, hey, do you want to do a podcast? It was like poof, as if by some sort of token magic. I appear. I can't do it. I can't.
I don't think it works the same.
We're talking waiting. Starring Ryan Reynolds, Justin Long, Anna Faris. If you've seen the movie, you know the line I was butchering. Definitely not the same thing, but a great line nonetheless. I had a hard time trying to figure out what to use for that because I'm like, there's so many of these lines, but I want to actually talk about them. I don't want. I can, yes, I can't, and I want to discuss them. I don't just want to like throw them away at the beginning of the episode. So anyway, we're talking waiting. Love this movie. Gosh, love this movie. Still love it. Loved it growing up, but
I think I enjoyed it more before. Not that I didn't enjoy it this time. I enjoyed it still, but it's a little differently. But we'll get into that.
Yeah. Let's look at the numbers first. So, released October 7th, 2005. Budget of $3 million. Want to take a guess gosh, that's a cheap budget. That isn't like...
That's cheap.
That's not Clerks cheap, but that's a
But
low
they're getting
budget.
Ryan Reynolds like early, getting Justin Long, early. All these
Anna
people.
Faris early. Yeah.
So they're getting them cheap. I wonder if they got a percentage of it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Look that up.
Anyways,
That's a good question.
my guess at opening weekend or worldwide?
Opening weekend. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this one coming out, and I don't remember seeing it in theater, so I gotta say half, 1.5. No, I mean, like, movies do decent. Like, yeah, probably $3 million, man. That's a short budget. I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, it depends on how many seats it opened to. 1.5. I'm gonna go with 1.5.
$6 million.
$6 million. Wow.
Yeah,
Doubled it. Wow.
Earned its budget and then doubled it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Worldwide gross.
Well, I mean, $6 million in opening weekend. That's pretty low for a movie, but high for this movie. So I guess you got to like take out that $3 million is so low. That's really what's throwing me off. $6 million opening weekend. I'm gonna say probably $25 million overall.
A little over.
Okay.
It was north of 18 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Which I thought was still respectable for
Yeah.
a movie
$3
with this
million
low budget. And I mean, it really wasn't like, I think it was just like one of the first, well, maybe not one of the first, but like I remember around this time, like Lionsgate was just getting kind of started, or it seemed like, may not be getting started, but it just like seemed to kind of hit, they were kind of hitting their stride there.
Hit a stride, yeah.
And
did they do the Saw movies? I can't remember.
Yes, I think that's what really
Okay.
projected them over the edge was the Saw movies, but which I guess Saw came out before this did, but
I think so.
regardless, anyway, yeah, for a $3 million budget,
Right.
16 million or 18 million is pretty good. So
That's pretty good ROI.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Rotten Tomato scores,
Oh yeah. Okay.
tomato meter.
Tomato meter. That's critics. I'm gonna go with pretty low. I'm gonna think 40. No, 50. 50. I'm gonna go 50.
28%.
God. Okay, it was way lower than I thought.
Jerks. This movie's so good. Popcorn meter.
Well, the fans enjoyed it, I think, for the most part. Well, it depends. Like, what are people still weighing in on that popcorn meter? They gotta be.
See, I don't know. I don't know how
keeps
that works.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I imagine it keeps getting. So we got a lot more. There's a lot of stuff that wouldn't have flown now. I'm gonna go with 60%.
75.
75. All right, I'm getting better.
You are. But what a difference there, right?
Yeah.
28 to 75.
Critics
But
don't like comedies, though.
They don't. We see that with a lot of the comedies that we've done, with the exception of like maybe Wedding Crashers and Wayne's World.
A few
like that.
big name, like big swings
Yeah.
from studios and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thought it was interesting. So
Yeah, it tells a story.
it does. It definitely does. What'd you think of the rewatch? This.
I'm conflicted now, and
Okay.
like, it's funny. I enjoy it. I feel a little uncomfortable watching it, like, just because like I got teenagers in the house, and so like I feel like I gotta kind of like hide it. Like whenever I'm watching a movie like this, like I can't watch it out in the open as well. Like I'm watching the movie and I'm like riding the remote the whole time. Like if one of them pops up from around the corner, I can quickly cancel it. Yeah, because I don't know at what point they're gonna pop up around the corner. Is it Batwing time? Because that's the worst time. But so yeah, like I'm on the remote watching this movie. Enjoying it, but trying not to enjoy it too much out loud, you know, because the audience around me. But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot more fun, I think, whenever I was that age watching it, because I was about their ages whenever this came out.
Yep.
It spoke to me on so many levels whenever this movie came out. Like, I felt like I was living some version, like a tamer version of this movie. But like, that was definitely my nights whenever I'm off, is hanging out with friends, partying, having a good time.
Yep.
Not really caring about the future or thinking about that kind of stuff. And just kind of, you know, like, I think my wife and I, at this point, my wife and I had just met whenever this movie came out. And we were just kind of like hanging out, running around town, you know, figuring it out. Not really thinking about the future, just kind of enjoying life as it was.
Just living life, yeah.
Living life, that's right. And that was very much so how it was for, I don't know, probably a good chunk of my big 5-6 years of my life.
Yep.
And this movie, I feel like it perfectly captures a set of people, like a good large set of people, like especially like middle class America, middle America people who have gotten out of college or high school or whatever and are entering the workforce, but are still at those like entry level positions, or, you know, kind of like grinding it out a little bit, trying to figure out what their next step is as they figure things out. And I really like the way it captured that. I feel like it captured it really well. And then they introduced like a whole lot of raunch to it, which is just like a, you know, like it's a raunchy comedy for sure.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like watching this movie, I feel like it came about 10 years too late. I feel like whoever made this movie saw Clerks and was like, we should do that, but in a restaurant. And let's crank it up a little bit. And it took them a while, but about 11 years later, we have this one, which I feel like is a little bit of maybe not a successor, but definitely like the next generation telling the same story, if you will.
Yeah.
But on the rewatch, it was a little, I don't know, like some of it was a little more uncomfortable. Like all the gay stuff was like, I don't really find that humorous anymore. And I'm ashamed to admit that at one point in my life, yes, I did find that humorous, and I partook in dumb stuff like that as a teenager, as a young adult. But I quickly grew out of it and realized the error of my ways, like we all did. I hope most of us did, at least.
Yeah.
So all that kind of stuff, I'm like, okay, it's not as funny anymore. Which is a big through line in this movie, is the joke about them calling each other gay for this game that they're playing. Yeah. So that part was, because it's such a big part of it, was taking me out of it a little more than I like. But like other than that, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Still made me laugh for sure at a lot of the same stuff. How about you? Rewatching it, how was that?
Oh, I think excuse me. I think I enjoyed it more on the rewatch, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Than I did when I was younger. And I think a lot of it is because, like you were saying, like now I'm looking back on it, like, oh, I remember this time, like, because I was just out of high school, and you know, I mean, I was 18, but I'm not going to say I wasn't partying, like, you know, like, and it's like you were saying, you've got that. There's that age where it's like from about, well, after high scholl, if you just go right into the workforce, it's like from there until, you know, maybe you're mid to late 20s, that you're just like, this is like, I'm just here to hang out. I'm just here to have fun with my friends and
figuring it out,
you know, I lived like that until, I don't know, really when I met my wife.
We all did.
And then I remember like deciding, because we met at a grocery store where I was working at, and you know, it wasn't my favorite job I had, but I'm grateful for it because I met my wife there. But I remember her telling me, like, I was like, gosh, I don't know if I kind of like Dean in this movie. He's like, gosh, I don't know if I can keep, you know, doing this like day in and day out. And I remember thinking that and talking to my wife about it. And I remember her being like, well, get on it. Like, remember her specifically saying, like, when I was talking about going back to college, she's like, get on it. And like, it's crazy as that, like, you know, just like three words, like it just like, I was like, okay. And I did it. But yeah, I don't know, this movie, I agree with you with like all the gay stuff and stuff like that. I still think, I think the game is very funny.
Yeah.
Because we would have that game with my friends. Like it was just funny. And like, I remember like going to like, we'd go to like there was some rock quarries around here we'd go swimming at. And I just like take my clothes off, I'd run and I'd jump off of a cliff or something, and no one was expecting it. And they'd be like, "God, dang it," you know, or whatever. It's funny. It's funny. And so like when I watch this, I'm like, that's funny, because I remember like a lot of the beats on this remind me of that time in my life. And I'm a sucker for these kind of slice of life movies. Like I mean, I know there's like, you know, there's some like you're saying, there's like some raunchy kind of stuff. It's like, maybe that's not really, you know, how
it's a little over the top, but it's funny.
But I love this kind of movie. Like, just these slice of life comedies are, they're great. They're great. So
they're fun.
I enjoyed it a little more on a rewatch than, but
you went to the nostalgia for it though. There's the nostalgia that you enjoyed. Yeah,
I did.
It's reminding you of your own youth. Absolutely. Yeah. I think though there's something there about like, you know, that period in your life from 18 to 28 where you're figuring it out and you're kind of allowed this space, some more than others, to spread out, to figure out what you want to do in your life, to find the person that you want to be with, to surround yourself with the people that are going to help you, you know, do the things that you want to do, and to position yourself in a place where you can spend your life pursuing the things that you want to pursue. But I feel like that's something that our generation was afforded that maybe the generations before us weren't. Like, Generation X, a little bit more. I mean, not as much as maybe us millennials, but definitely not the boomers or before that. We're not allowed the same, like, it was, you get out of school, you go into the workforce, you better have it figured out and like, let's go, like hit the ground running. Whereas we were kind of afforded this leeway that they weren't. So I can see how like generationally there's a little resentment for that.
Sure. I mean, you know, you look at like well, I guess like, you know, they call them the greatest generation. Like what were those guys doing? They were like fighting over in Europe. Well, you know, and we're sitting here at a restaurant making fun of each other and showing our stuff off to each other. Like, you know, like it's completely
complaining about having to, you know, work.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I just thought it's interesting. But yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it for sure. Get back on track.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I couldn't. This movie with all the raunch, it couldn't be made today. It would not be made today. Not. There'd be so much that would have to be changed, and I don't think that it would hold up as. I don't want to say hold up because we've talked about some of the language in it, but like it wouldn't be as fun of a movie to watch. I don't think.
I think you mentioned this during our Wedding Crashers episode a few back. 2005 being the peak of, well, you said the best time for comedies, which I may not still agree with. But I will say, I do think it was the peak for comedies. Like, I don't think we've had comedies this good since around this time. I feel like you just can't. You can't. There's a fear to push that line now, and they don't do it. So the comedies aren't as funny. They don't land the same. Even whenever they are really funny, it's only for a short duration during a larger film, and it's not as funny throughout like one of these is. This is funny throughout. Maybe not, you know, the same kind of funny anymore, but at the time, I laughed throughout it for sure. But I will say the one thing that bugged me then and still bugs me now is the characters of the two hip hop wannabes, bus boy characters. God, they drive me crazy. More so now, I feel like, because I just see these guys in my kids' school, and I'm like, oh, y'all are just so annoying. It's so cliche, and it's just so bothersome to me.
Well, and it's as much of like a tool that Dan is, their manager.
Yeah.
Like, I side with him on like how he's with these kids. He's get in there and work. Like, what are you doing?
Get to work. I like how though whenever he cracks the whip on him, they're like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, and they just go right back to it. Like they cow to him pretty quick. Yeah, it's the power, right?
It's the power.
Yeah. It's this whole like middle class, like middle America, like. You're living in Kansas. You don't know anything about street life. Stop fronting like you're some thug wannabe. Like, God, that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's a trope. Like, I mean, it's got its place. Like, it's definitely a good shorthand whenever you're dealing with a comedy for a character. I just don't like whenever the character has so much presence throughout the movie. I felt like they went back to them more than I would have liked. Like, they could have been a good little throwaway. But they just call back to them.
Well, and they even had, I don't know if you watched the credits.
Through the credits, yeah.
They've got like that rap video they're doing. That's when I turned it off. I'm like, I will admit, like I was watching all the credit stuff, and then I got to them doing that rap video. I was like, I'm done. I don't need this anymore.
That's the end of the
movie. They completely
these clowns.
Me. Yeah. But let's take a second.
Think?
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, on that real quick before we move off of him, how old do you think Andy Milonakis was there?
Well, I looked today. I was looking through the cast, and I see he's like 49. So he would have been,
about 30.
25 years ago.
He was 29 at the time. Yeah.
29. Gosh darn. Yeah. That's bananas.
I know. He's got like some growth hormone thing. He still looks pretty much so like that, which is just crazy.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's always
because like he had like the MTV show for a while where he was like, because he looked young, like even like, I think it was right around this time, because he looked young, he would go and like prank people as if he was like a child, and anyways, I just thought that was.
And see, I always thought I didn't realize he was pranking people because I remember the show, but like I didn't really watch it a whole lot. But
it's kind of a one-note joke.
Yeah, and see, I thought he was just a young kid or something. Like when they shot this, like, they saw him on MTV, and they thought it'd be funny. And then I'm like looking through the cast, I'm like, 49. This guy can't be 49 years old. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So Monty.
Yeah.
Monty.
He would have. He's arrested. If this where like they did a sequel to this movie, he's not in it. Like he wasn't cast. Like he's not in the sequel, and it's because he got arrested at some point right after this. I guarantee it. If not for Natasha, for somebody else.
I'm going to tell you, Natasha. Well, he's not the only one.
Natalia,
right? No, you're right, Natasha. Yeah. He's not the only one though, because
the manager.
The manager. That's worse. That's not. I'm like, what's worse, Monty? That's like 22. Or the manager
like 25, that's like, but
yeah, still, and the manager
is like 45?
That's like 40 something, knowing like you hired this girl, she's 17, like
eating it up.
Oh,
it's gross.
eating it up, awful. And, oh my gosh,
it made me so uncomfortable this time.
Oh yeah,
watching it whenever it came out, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, I'm like. There's, especially the Monty one. I was like, there's not much of an age difference there.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, that's gross.
Yeah.
I have a 16-year-old daughter. It definitely hits a lot differently now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and Calvin's the same way, right? At the end of the movie, Calvin's like, I'm going to go talk to one of those high school girls. I'm going to talk to
those high school girls. I'm like, oh my God.
What? Why? What is...
Right. There was a lot of that throughout this movie, too. A lot of like, I'm gonna go talk to these underage girls. Like it was like perfectly okay or something.
Well, I know these guys. Well, I knew these guys, right? Like they're one of my friends. He lived with a guy that was just like this.
Yeah.
And
There's always one.
Partied all the time and was just always trying to hook up with these.
Probably
Didn't
about
matter
4
what
to
their
5
age
years
was.
older than everybody else.
And it's just,
Yeah.
and I think it's because it's, it's just so, you're that age, and like to those girls, it's just like, attention from like a man, like they're, but
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, though, Ryan Reynolds was really funny in this movie, though. He was
firing on all cylinders.
funny. I hate to say it, but I would still hang out with that guy. Maybe not all the time, but I'd party with him once or twice.
In public. In public.
Yeah.
Not behind closed doors.
No.
No.
I like how he says,
his list.
He was he talking to Calvin? I can't remember, but he was like, I don't work within the law because they didn't ask me.
They didn't consult me.
They didn't consult me when the laws were written.
Which, I mean, is a fair point, but you're making it about the wrong thing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Natasha even like, she gives him that table. She's like, you're going to like this table I gave him to you. And he goes over and he's like, it's like 4 high school girls,
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah. Like,
oh, man.
And then I can't remember what he says. Something like, you guys aren't in college? Like, you look at least 19 or 20. And they all start grabbing their cigarettes real fast.
Right. It's just awful. All right. So who was probably your favorite customer that they had?
The old man that Monty.
The senile old man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's great.
I can give kids the bird and
give kids the middle finger and walk around the street in my underwear and nobody says a word. Of course, sometimes I find that I'm giving kids the middle finger and walking around in the street in my underwear and don't realize it.
I don't care if that man doesn't tip. That's the coolest old man I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. It was great. That was probably one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
I love that.
I
would agree. That's the coolest old man.
Have you ever... I've never worked in a restaurant. Have you ever worked in a restaurant before?
No. I've known... at the time, well, like a few years before this came out, I hung out with a few people that did work in restaurants. And so, like, that's very much so the atmosphere at a restaurant and definitely, like, how they spend their time, at least the people I hung out with after the shift is over, is let's go to somebody's house and let's, party it up for the next 3 to 4 hours and then crash out till 2 p.m. and come back the next day and do it all over again. Yep. Absolutely.
What a life.
I mean, for a few years it was fun to live in, but definitely I can't imagine doing it. Like some of those people were like, Luis Guzman, like he was probably mid-30s, 40s.
Oh, yeah.
Still living this life.
Like
I can't.
In his early 70s now or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Man, I can't imagine living that life now. Like, oh, man.
His character, though. I loved his character. I love when he's like trying to hook up with his girlfriend. Come on. And then, like, they're in the bathroom. And the 2 guys, the busboys, they break in, they take a picture, and his face in that picture. So funny.
He knew it was coming. I think he set him up for it. I think he asked him to do it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think this is what he loves. This is what he loves.
He's doing. Creates the game, and he's doing what he loves.
Right?
Did he create? I think he created the game. Yeah, I
can't remember.
I know Bishop said.
Bishop said it at some point. I can't remember who he said though.
Yeah.
I remember he said somebody came along and made up the game, and it brought up morale and so on and so forth.
Increased tips and
yeah. He spoke very eloquently for a dishwasher.
Right.
I want to know more about his past.
I think we all need a bishop in our lives, right? He's
sage wisdom.
Yes. So, favorite customer was the senile old man.
Yeah.
What customer was the worst customer in there?
The steak guy. Nothing sets off a steak like some ketchup.
Oh, Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like,
I mean, he's pretty like one-dimensional and
Yeah.
definitely like I'm sure they get that on a very regular basis.
mm-hmm.
But like that would irritate me too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be the customer that I'd be like, I just can't take this. This one
Was Dean right in like bringing them?
giving him back the tip.
Yeah.
I mean, he was definitely right in the way he felt, but the way he handled it, maybe not so much. Like, I think you kind of keep that one to yourself.
Yeah.
You got to eat it. Like, you know, coming after the customer like that, you're not going to get anything other than his address, which pays off handsomely in the post credits.
Oh yes, yes.
That was great. I love that ending where he's knocking on the door and the guy answers it. It's like, so you got my coupons or whatever? Yeah. He just stammered. Oh, that was so funny.
I couldn't. So rewatching this because it'd been a while since I've seen it, I couldn't remember how Natasha was setting him up. I knew she was setting him up, but I couldn't remember what the
Played
payoff was with it. Yeah. So yeah, that was totally weird.
I had seen this movie so many times whenever it came out that I rewatched it, but I don't know that I needed to. I was definitely like, it was playing back in my head verbatim as I'm watching it. So, I knew exactly what was happening.
Yep.
There wasn't any surprises on the rewatch for me this time. Like sometimes there are. Sometimes you're like, oh, I forgot about that part. But everything I was like, I remembered it. Like it's almost like whenever I watch some movies, whenever you watch them, you're almost studying them because they're so like slice of life. They're so true to life. Not like a 1-to-1, but definitely like they're holding a mirror up to a small section of life, and you tend to sometimes you can see a lot of yourself in some of that movie, and you can't quite figure out what it is, why it is, how it's resonating so much. So you rewatch them a lot to try and like figure out what it is that like what is it trying to tell me? What is the secret that it's trying to? What is Bishop telling me? And
what's it's Bishop?
So you rewatch it. Yeah, you rewatch it so many times. And this is one of those movies where it was like, there's something here, but I can't crack it. And I watched it so many times. And I don't know, never did. But like, I mean, I guess like it did. It just like, it wasn't as like, it was a little simpler. It was just like what Dean was saying at the, towards the end of the movie. He found his own, found his own game. He quit his job and moved on with his life. And that was, I think that was a lesson throughout it. Like, you just got to know when to let things go and when to move on.
Yeah.
How about you? What would you say was probably the worst customer?
Oh, definitely that woman that was, complaining about the steak and complaining about the food and everything.
Oh my God.
She totally deserved what she got. Totally deserved it.
Totally. Maybe deserved it, but I'm watching the movie and Allison's watching it, with me. Well, how she watches movies. And she looks up at that point and she's like, I don't want to go out to eat for a while. So I feel the same way. Yeah. I don't want to go out to eat for a long while.
I remember after watching this movie the first time, it was literally at that point that I had made the decision that I am going to treat, as you should like anyway, but I'm going to I'm going to treat this wait staff like they're freaking royalty because I'm
Those are wise words. Do not mess with the people that handle your food.
Yes.
I live by those. That's up there with the golden rule. Do unto others. Do not treat the wait staff so poorly. Absolutely.
And I always tip well. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I tip well because one, I mean, first and foremost, those people have a tough job. But two, they're going to remember that I tip well. And when I come back, they're not going to mess with my food.
Nope. All service people get tipped well. Absolutely.
Yep.
And even whenever they do an awful job or they treat me poorly, I'm still tipping decently. Maybe not as well as I would have if I got mediocre service at best, but I'm definitely, like I
Not leaving them
rarely tip
$1.57
less than 15%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she got everything she deserved. Now, I did like, I caught it this time watching it. The women that she's with are like not liking her behavior. Like you can just tell.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like,
They're like, we're not with her.
Yeah.
We know how this works.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character in this?
Watching it the first time, whenever it first came out and I first started watching it, it was definitely Monty. Like, I feel like everybody's like, you kind of want to be like that. You want to have that bravado, maybe not like the teenage girl thing, but you definitely want like the bravado and like the quips and fast talking and all that, the confidence that he has. But going back and watching it again, gotta say now my favorite character is probably, I don't know, I forget his name, the kid that they were training throughout the whole thing. Mitch, yes.
Mitch, yeah.
Mitch was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Upon the rewatch, only because like this whole thing, like they never let him speak. They keep interrupting him, and like I love whenever he's in there watching the little training video, and it's like one of the last little bits where he's watching a training video, and he just kind of does that little thing where he's like,
yeah.
He's making fun of the guy for having the buck teeth.
Yeah,
that one just like that kills me. It makes me laugh so hard. And but then at the end when he finally loses it on them, just like but like wins the game and wins the respect ultimately.
Yes.
And Monty's like, I don't care. Just come back in. You are the man. We got to have you.
Yeah.
Don't leave. And like from there on, he's like, this is a made man. Nobody can talk anything about him. Yeah. He's with me.
Yeah.
And then they go back. That's probably my favorite character. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, that's my favorite scene right there too, is just the way that he's that whole monologue there at the end, and then he just points to Dane Cook and he's like, and you, and everybody just kind of parts.
Yeah.
And he's like, what did I do? You're the biggest piece of that works here. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm with you. Like I think my favorite character was Monty when I was younger watching this. I mean, how can you not like Ryan Reynolds? He's just great in everything he's in. I don't know. I kind of liked, what was her name? I've got it brought up here. Serena. I liked Anna Faris. Like she's like one of the only people that Mitch doesn't say something about.
That's true. Yeah.
Because like she is smart, and she knows how to like when she's at those tables, she knows how to work those guys to get better tips.
Yeah.
And I love her. I mean, she's got the quick comebacks like Monty does.
That's true. Like every movie that the two of them are in together, they match each other very well. Like friends, they match each other really well.
Yep.
I mean, they're opposites, but in that movie, but they match each other's energy really well. They feed off each other really well. I could watch them two in movies together.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I liked her quite a bit. It was fun.
I would
to watch
agree.
her, so yeah,
that's a good pick. Yeah.
What's with Naomi though?
I know, like she is unhinged.
Oh
Holy
my gosh.
Lord!
I love how she can just like immediately when she comes out onto the floor, she turns it off and hey, how you doing? I think I'm gonna have an ice cream sundae. Ooh, that does sound good. She doesn't need me. She doesn't need to be eating dessert.
Right. Oh man, yeah, she's like bipolar or something. Something's going on there. It is. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had me like. I've known people like that are just like a little unhinged and kind of will like just like they will set off at the smallest thing, and you're like, whoa, okay. I'm going to go over here now and I'll come back whenever things have calmed back down. But I think also like knowing people like that growing up, or working in different places and throughout life, I've kind of learned to, I don't want to say deal with, but appease or calm them down a little bit. Like kind of like, I can't think of a great like way to phrase it, but just get them to calm down,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
Not saying like I can always come in and like save the day, but like
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely like dealt with my share of people that are a little unhinged like that and lose it pretty easily at things. And it's, I've learned to diffuse those situations a little better throughout dealing with them. I feel like nobody was trying to diffuse her situation at all.
No.
In fact, they were just kind of like going with it. Like, this is
yeah.
just part of it. Like, whatever.
Well, and Monty, though, he's like, oh, when she gets a few drinks in her, she's a real sweet girl.
Oh, she's a real sweetheart.
And
they show her at the party and she's having a good time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's having a good time. I love her interaction with Bishop, though, where he's like, if you need somebody to talk to about, your alcoholism or anger management, I could be here.
Really nice.
And that's really nice. But why don't you just shut the
Shut up and wash the dishes.
Psycho babble. That's probably one of my favorite lines. The psycho babble. Yeah.
What's her name? Alana Blanc. I can't pronounce her last name, but she's been in like, a lot of different things that through the years. Like more recently, I've seen her in Ted, the show they got about the talking teddy bear. They did a TV series off of it, and she plays like the mom character, but like a very like Midwest, like, oh, don't you know type of mom. Like, it's weird.
Okay.
Watching her bounce from like all these different characters, like that I've kind of seen her play here and there. Definitely a character actor, really great character actor, I should point out. And just like seeing her pop up and things, she's always playing like a completely like I've never seen her play the same type of person more than once. And it's always an interesting or fun performance. From her.
Yeah.
So I enjoy her. I think she's a lot of fun. And this is like a very good, like she goes with she had fun with this role for sure.
Oh yeah. I appreciate that about actors that can, they have a range where they can, do different things. He's not in this movie, but Matthew Lillard is one of those that I think just does like, so good in everything he does, and it's always seems to be something different every time. And I appreciate that about actors. So Dane Cook's character, was actually written with no lines.
With who?
And what's that?
With who?
Dane Cook.
Yeah, his character was
Dane
written.
Cook's character.
Yeah. Oh, with him in mind?
No, he was written. He didn't have any lines.
And okay. Didn't have any
guess he just ended up. I can't remember why they had him start doing lines, but he just ended up improving. Like everything's improv that he does in there.
Because it's totally Dane Cook. Like that performance is 100% Dane Cook.
Yeah.
It was probably like that's about the time like his stand up was really like taking off. So they were probably filming this, and his stand up was starting to like rocket up, and because he was big on MySpace was his thing. Like he would get on MySpace and friend everybody that came to his shows and like spread wildfire word about like his appearances coming up. And it was all about this same time. So I could see like he's starting to explode on the comedy scene, and they're like, why don't you riff a little bit? We'll roll the cameras and we'll see if we can use it. But yeah, it was
MySpace.
It was fun.
I didn't realize it again.
Yeah, MySpace. Yeah.
Talked about that last week, I think. So my favorite scene was when Mitch was, giving his spiel like you talked about. Did you have a favorite scene in the movie, or was it was that it?
Favorite scene was probably. Oh, I mean, it's entirely like it stands out the most for sure. The one where not Monty, yes, and what was Justin Long's character?
Dean.
Dean, yeah. Monty and Dean are at Monty's mom's house having dinner. And his mom's like, have you met any nice girls lately? And he's just like giving her the most inappropriate answers.
Yes.
Oh, it was so awkward. And the whole time Dean's in the background like, oh my Lord, this is so awkward. Even Dean was embarrassed to be there with him, which was just like crazy. But yeah, that one had me laughing too.
That was, oh my gosh, that was rough. It
was so uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh. Like, how can people like talk to each other that way?
I know.
Man.
How about you? Favorite scene?
Well, it was with Mitch when Mitch is
the
giving
Mitch
that
one,
whole
yeah.
the whole spiel and everything like that. So
Yeah, all right.
I did see somewhere just a little fun tidbit. So the character of Danielle, so Dean's like, I guess girlfriend. They never really make that official, I suppose. But that was originally,
but he wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was originally offered to Paris Hilton. Can you see Paris Hilton in that role?
Oh, that'd be awful. I'd rather see Anna Faris in that role than Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, that's like right around the time that she was blowing up too, getting really popular with all the reality show stuff. So they're probably trying to like shoehorn her into any project to get
back on that to try to get some. Yeah,
that would have blown out their $3 million budget right there. Absolutely. Oh man, so we talked about like they did a sequel to this. Like I'm still waiting or something. I've never seen it either. But they really should have. I feel like they could have turned this into a TV series. This could have made a really funny show. Like, but I guess we had The Office starting up around the same time, so maybe it was like, well, we've already got a workplace comedy, so what do we need another one for? But like, I don't know, this could have made a really good Comedy Central series or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think could.
I think though, the way that the script is written, in order to maintain the humor, you would almost have to have it on premium cable or like now, like a Netflix or something like that. I don't know.
I think you could get away with some of it, enough of it on like a Comedy Central. Like think about like South Park, like what all they get away with.
That's true. Every time I watch South Park, I'm like blown away that they can put this on network television. Like I have no idea how they're able to do it, but they're geniuses and they can. It's really funny.
Can't argue.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. Yeah.
I mean, it would definitely be a little watered down, but you could. I think you could get away with it. You'd have to refine the comedy a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun to watch. I think though, you just do a little 30 minute,
22 minute,
22 minute episodes, and I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to shoot really, because you've got if you just maintain as much as you can in the restaurant,
right? Like you just get an old restaurant, fix it up, boom, you shoot everything inside the restaurant, black out the windows. You could shoot any time of day.
Yep.
Yeah, easy, done. I think we found our next show project.
Comedy. Sell it to Comedy Central. Here's a theory for you.
Sure.
Dan, after being, having, going to the wrong house and everything, he's all upset. Nobody likes him. He quits his job. He moves to Pennsylvania, changes his name to Todd Packard, and starts working for Dunder Mifflin. And befriends.
He had been working there for a while before. Because like him and Michael Scott go back to like the early days.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
But in the early episodes, it wasn't until season 2 that he showed up as Todd Packard. Like all the season 1 episodes, it's not him as Todd Packard. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe he assumed Todd Packard's identity.
Creed could do it, right? So.
Sure, right.
I guess I can't even ask that question. I was like, what's the sleazier character? It's clearly Todd Packard. I mean,
Yeah.
Dan's clearly
Dan's just a middle-aged guy
straight
going
and
through.
narrow with Natasha, but yeah, he's just a middle-aged guy that
He's just
I
going
think
through it.
He's
Probably in a divorce or something.
He's
definitely
got
not married.
power. That's what he's. I think he was picked on in high school.
Probably.
And he has been working at shenanigans since he got out of high school. I think that's what Dean is seeing is himself turning into Dan. That's why he quits.
I think Dean is seeing himself turn into Dan.
Yep.
I agree there. But I don't think that Dan was picked on in high school. I think Dan was like a star football player in high school, but peaked in high school. Had a job waiting tables in high school, moved up to management after he got like his associate's degree from the community college, because he went to community college. So he probably blew out his knee or something like that senior year, didn't get a scholarship, had to go to community college, ended up in a management track. And now like his best days are behind him, and he's just kind of like power tripping wherever he can to kind of like relive that feeling of being on top. That's my theory.
The women love the power. They love the power. Do they? Do they really? Like,
if he would have rolled up in a Sebring, money.
I love how he's like, he takes the power so far as to like, he's like a hawk on the parking
that parking spot. Yeah.
And somebody pulls in, and he's like, nah, I'm towing him. Like,
not on my watch.
It's the power. It's the power.
Yep, Rocco, that one right there.
Yep. See you again next week.
You think he gets a kickback from Rocco, the tow truck guy?
Oh, that's a good
or do they just he just kind of buddies up with them? Like Rocco's like, this guy's kind of lonely. If I just hang out with him a little bit, he'll throw some business my way.
Nobody's hanging out with him unless they're getting something transactional from it. I don't think.
Like the tows. He just comes into the restaurant, has a couple beers.
Well, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Gotta be so. Right.
Yeah.
Who else is hanging out with this guy? Nobody.
He's been trying to get to them parties for years.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
And he really does. He takes it so well though at the end there. He's like,
"Yep, they're fired.
They got me. They got me."
Oh, is that what he said? They got me. Okay. I thought he said they're fired. Yeah.
No, they got me. They got me.
They got me. Yeah. Okay. It was funny.
just takes it. Just takes
it.
That's which surprises me that he's just not like, they're fired.
Right. Well,
with the power.
What would you fire him for? Well, how would you explain that one to corporate? I had to let let all my employees go
every staff member go.
They got in the way of me trying to like snoop on this 17-year-old girl.
Gosh, I still can't. Oh my gosh,
it's awful.
Gosh,
that's what passed for humor.
I guess we laughed at it. I still laughed at it.
I still do this type of stuff in movies too, though.
Yeah,
but it's definitely like they portray that character a lot grosser than they did here. Like here, he was just kind of like. I mean, I feel like this is a little more realistic though. Like middle-aged guy, nothing going for him.
Yep.
He's like, why not? Right?
Yeah. I mean, as sad as that is, 17 is it's just
so young.
So young. With that, that's all I got about waiting.
Same here. I'm out. I'm tapped.
That's it. Yeah. So, gum under the seat time. What? Which ones? I can never remember. Gum under the seat.
Stale popcorn. Stale popcorn. That's it. Got anything left over from an old episode?
Yeah, I do a little bit. I text you it, but I want to discuss it. So I text you this meme that I saw that has John Candy's character from Home Alone. What was his name? It was something Malone, wasn't it?
No. I went and looked it up. It wasn't Malone. It was
Oh, it wasn't.
Gus.
Okay. Well,
Gus something.
Okay, well, maybe this isn't. We're gonna discuss it anyway. So, a crossover that I saw scrolling through the Facebook. 1990. It's 1990. Kevin Malone's father, the Polka King, helps a distressed mother get back to her son driving from Scranton to Chicago. Is this plausible?
Gus?
Well, obviously not now
Polanski.
because we know Gus is not. Yeah. Polanski.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Kevin maybe Polanski? Is
Maybe he took
maybe
his
I mean
mother's name?
his mother's maiden
Maybe
name.
they
Like
were
maybe
married.
he doesn't know who his dad is. Like his dad's
Yeah,
crisscrossing
yeah.
the country. Like we don't know that he knows who his dad is. Like his mom could have been like, having a good time in her early 20s, as you do.
Yeah. Loving
and
polka.
She meets Gus. Yeah, she's a polka queen. I don't know what would a polka groupie be called? Polka
She's
dot? Polka dot.
Yes, she's a polka dot. Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
Yes. Miss Malone is polka dot. She meets
Yep.
Gus Polanski, and 9 months later we got a little Kevin. She doesn't know his name. She doesn't catch his name or anything, and he's on the road.
Mm-hmm.
They had that one hit. They sold like 60
Polka,
albums
polka,
in
polka.
Sheboygan.
Yeah,
Polka, polka. Yeah. So he's touring. Yeah. I could see it happening. Maybe. I mean,
That's where
I feel like though Kevin was born a little earlier than 1990.
Yeah. Well, see, I think what the thing is saying, what the meme is saying, is that like Home Alone takes place, I think, in 1990, and so Kevin could have been born at this time, like he was maybe already alive,
Yeah.
But to me, that would make sense where Kevin gets his musical talent from.
Yeah. Yeah.
The polka. King.
Scrantonicity and Scrantonicity 2.
Yeah.
I can see it. All right. We got a theory going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not as funny, but it's fine.
Yeah.
He's a little dry.
Yeah. You got any
I
stale
got
popcorn?
a little stale popcorn. I got a little
Okay.
one. It's not about anything we really talked about. Well, I guess it was. Like we kind of touched on it a number of episodes ago. But we were at Target last week. Last week we were at Target, and my son has been collecting records, and I'm walking by one of the clearance aisles, like the end caps, where they got all the clearance and stuff, and I see this guy.
Oh, the Beach Boys.
It's,
Is that the greatest
Beach
hits?
Boys. Yeah, greatest hits. Beach Boys greatest
Nice.
hits. They had it for $25, so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. I don't have a record player or anything, but I like it, so I'm gonna pick it up. So yeah, now it's a little prop in my office.
I
Beach Boys
wish
greatest hits.
I wish I knew you were going to bring that up. I would have brought out the first vinyl I ever bought. It's still sitting in there, and it's the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got there. We got any coming to see?
We don't have any today.
None? All right,
I've
that's
looked.
fine.
I didn't see any. So no gum under the seat. Send us some comments. Leave us a review if you so choose, and we'll read that on the air, even if it's bad. And
Yeah, we will.
you'll help us in
All press is good press, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, before we wrap it up and head out, I guess I need to give you my retro ramble for next week.
Yes.
This one's pretty. I'm gonna keep it simple again.
Okay.
What's a food that you absolutely love now, but whenever you were younger, you would have thought was pretty gross?
Mm-hmm.
So what's grown on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
Well, that's all I got. Till next week. If you want to participate in our retro ramble, and we do encourage you to, you can do that in the comments below.
Yep.
Or send us an email at thispodcasttakestokens@gmail.com. That's all one word, no spacing, no numbers, no goofy tricks with the naming. You can also reach us, like I said, in the comments below. You got the email. I already covered that. And catch us wherever you're catching us. Give us a like, thumbs up, share. Give it to whoever. Spread it out. Somebody that's maybe likes this kind of stuff, is a millennial and enjoys a good nostalgia kick every now and then, turn them on. Let them know that we're here hanging out, and we'd like to have them along too. So with that, be kind, rewind, and this has been another episode of This Podcast Takes Tokens. We will see y'all next week.
We'll see you.